Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss about sickle cornatum. Its common name is pearl rye and group is noso. This remedy is obtained from one of the poisonous plant. Let us see spheres of action. It acts powerfully upon the cerebrospinal nervous system, unstraight muscle, uterine muscle, arterioles, capillaries and blood. Let us see pathogenesis. While acting upon the central nervous system, it produces convulsion and ergotism. Blood coagulability is diminished and hence the hemorrhage. Now, constitution, physical makeup of the body. The patient is thin, scrawny, feeble, cachectic, and pale of appearance with sunken countenance. Very cold and feeble person. Female patients are of very lax muscle fiber, everything seems loose and open. Temperament, irritable and nervous temperament. Relation with heat and cold, it is a hot patient, though the skin feels cold to touch, the patient cannot tolerate covering. Miasm, sora in the background. Diathesis is hemorrhagic diathesis, the slightest wound causes bleeding for weeks. Now, guiding symptoms. Skin feels cold to touch and the patient cannot tolerate covering. Relaxation and weakness of every part of the organ, like uterus, particularly the smoothness, leading to atonic activity, prolonging the labor. Burning in all parts of the body as if sparks of fire were falling on the patient. Then hemorrhage. It is continuously oozing, passive type, and character of the blood is thin, fatigued, watery, and black. There is a great debility accompanying various disorders after hemorrhage, boils, diarrhea, etc. Then it craves acids and lemonade and aversion to fat and meat. Extensive type of cramps in the fingers and toes during cholera. The right side is predominantly affected. Let us see modality. Though the skin is cold to touch, the complaints are better by cold application and by uncovering. There is a great aversion to heat, aggravation from heat, warmth, and covering. Mind. There is a great anguish with fear of death, fear with desire to jump into the water. Then the patient has madness with inclination to bite. Then loss of consciousness or consciousness seems to continue to the last breath and just before death. Ailments from sexual excess, suppression of tears, lochia, milk, sweat, etc. Let us see about particulars. First, face. Face is pale, pinched, sunken with sunken eyes and surrounded by blue margins. Spasmodic distortion of the whole face with liver spots. Then gastrointestinal symptoms. In that, abdomen is very sensitive to touch. There is burning sensation all over the abdomen, especially in the stomach. Tympanic condition of the abdomen with immense flatulence is well marked. Then stomach. There is unnatural ravenous appetite even with exhausting diarrhea. The patient craves for acids and lemonade, desires bread and undiluted wine, aversion to food, drinks, and heat. Let us see diarrhea. During diarrhea, there is icy coldness of the parts, and the parts patient doesn't like covering. Intolerance of being covered with great exhaustion is well marked. Next, cholera. Causation, summer weather, suppression of discharges like sweat, etc. During cholera, there is collapsed condition with cold skin. It cannot bear to be covered. Extensive type of cramps and very cold extremities. Character of stool, profuse, watery, fatigued, brown, discharged with great force, very exhausting and involuntary. Concomitant, face is pale, pinched, ashy, sunken, hypocritic, drawn with blue rings around eyes. Pulse, small, rapid, contracted and often intermittent. Modality, aggravation from heat and amelioration from cold. Urine. Aneurisms of old people is often treated with this remedy. Urine is pale, watery or bloody. There may be sometimes suppressed urine. Let us see female complaints of sickle corn. Menses, it is a good drug for menstrual troubles having peculiar symptoms which are as follows: time irregularly regular, duration long lasting, quantity copious, character of blood dark blood, continuous oozing of watery blood until the next period, concomitant menstrual colic, labor like pain with coldness, and intolerance of heat in scrawny, feeble, and cachectic women. All symptoms are aggravated just before menses. Leukorrhea may be greenish, brownish, and offensive. Labor. During labor, there is irregular pain which is too weak, feeble, and seasoning occasionally. Everything seems to be loose and open. After pains too long, too painful, hourglass contraction, breast, suppression of milk in thin, lean, and exhausted woman. Breast is small and doesn't fill in properly. Abortion. Sickle corn is a wonderful drug for treatment of cases, especially of threatened abortion at third month. Causation: lifting, straining, and hard labor. Threatened abortion, especially at third month. There may be prolonged bearing down, forcing pains with other generalities. Gangrene, dry, senile following injury with burning, as if sparks of fire were falling on the parts of affected. There is aggravation from external heat and relief by cold application. Let us see general modalities. Aggravation from covering, worse from heat, warm application, warm drinks after eating. Amelioration in the open air, getting cold, uncovering, exposing the affected part. Rubbing wants to be fanned, cold application, and open air. Thank you. Please do like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Please help and support me. Thank you.